All right, bro. Welcome to the home team. I like this damn hat, man. It's like a Asian rapper here in Wichita, and he got some cool shit, bro. But today's video today is about curiosity. Do you have it? I think one of the greatest um, skills you can have as a business owner or starting a business is having is underestimated, bro. Like, because curiosity is so important to moving yourself forward the right way. Right? You have to constantly have curiosity so you can keep figuring out how things work, right? Because we don't necessarily know how things work when we start a business. So I've been trying my best to make sure that I'm always curious. I never really believe a lot of people. Me and my boy Brian, we learned about having curiosity a long time ago because we didn't have it and it cost us 5 to 6 years of our business. We didn't have any curiosity and it cost us 5 to 6 years of business doing things the wrong way, and we had all these high expectations of what was supposed to happen, and that wasn't the case no more because we was listening to somebody that was old and had old knowledge. So let me tell you about curiosity, man. Curiosity has changed my life in so many different ways, man. Like, because I'm one of the guys that loves new information. I love to get new information so I can process it, and then for me, what fulfills me now is getting new information, using what I can use, but getting as much as I can so I can give to the next man. I love motivating people, bro. I love getting that fire growing up inside a man to make his life better. Man, that shit is the best feeling to me, bro. Like, to help his family out, to be a better man. Like, that's what I live for nowadays. Honestly, got truth. If you know me in real life, you know how I am. You know how I talk, right? So, the curiosity, man, you have to have it to keep pushing yourself forward. If you got a job or if you got a business, but in business, it's extremely important. And I said that to say this today. I did a bunch of things in the last 3 years that seems abnormal to everybody, right? I just be curious, you know what I'm saying? But if you know me, you more than likely, if you know me closely, you know about the $1 million story, right? One day, I needed some money, and I was like, where am I gonna get this money? And bro, I got curious. Your boy got on the internet and didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew I wanted some money. I know where I was gonna get it, but I started looking, and sure enough, I found $1 million. Not alone. I'll tell you about that if you hit me up. You know what I'm saying? But I had $1 million cash, right? I found that, right? But it was like, and even before that, I got plenty of experiences that built up my confidence to actually go out there and look for things that I could just get. You know, like if you go looking for something, you will find it. But you gotta have curiosity in your heart, right? More than just recently, I'm gonna go back a year. A year ago, I was sitting in my office one day, and I had no need for some money, none. But something said, James, let's see if somebody giving out some cheap money today or some money. And I mean, it's a private group, so I'm gonna give you all the real details. I'm just on the site, making my payments, whatever, to the SBA, and I was like, huh. Let me go see if they got some money here that I could qualify for. I just started searching my county, and then I found it. They didn't declare my county, Sedgwick County, a national disaster area. If that don't mean nothing to you, that's okay. Let me tell you why. If your area is declared a national disaster area by the federal government, they give you access to loans, cheap loans, 30-year, 3% loans, the whole area, if you qualify, right? So cool. You know what I did? I got qualified just on a whim, bro. That right there got me. That little endeavor where I was just sitting there for just looking on the website, that got me $75,000 at 3%. $75,000 at 3% for 30 years. Start making payments one day one. So think about that. $350 a month. Would you take out a loan for $75,000 for 30 years? You know what you could buy with that, But I didn't really have nothing to buy. I didn't really buy no houses, but I was able to get the money. It's just sitting in the account now. But it came from me being curious, bro. Like some experience in the past was like, you know what? I can find money if I need to. I can find anything I need to. I just get on this computer. I just start searching. You don't know what you don't know. But if you have the power to look for what you don't know, you can get anything you want, bro. Get anything you want, bro. And a recent example, 2 weeks ago, I had never heard of anybody else doing this before in life until I did it. I got on ChatGPT and just checked if it was illegal or not. I told the guy at the bank, we bought a commercial building here a few weeks ago. I told the guy, I said, Gronk, is there anything illegal about running 2 mortgages at the same time? He was like, no. Why don't people run 2 mortgages at the same time? On your house, commercial? I signed up for mortgages for 3 different places. Say, hey, I want a mortgage on this building. Let's go through the process. Cool. Hey, I want a mortgage on this building. Let's go through the process. Hey, I want a mortgage on this building. Let's go through the process. Why did I do that? Because in the past, the mortgager always has all the power, right? Because once you sign up for that mortgage and they running you through the ringer, if you ever bought a house, you know how it is. They run you through the ringer. They want you all to show this paperwork, show all these income statements and all this bullshit they be trying to get you to do. At some point, you get to the point where you're a month in, it's no backing out because you already came this far, and then they get to just torture you for the next month and a half till they actually close on the house, right? And once you're a month in, it's like it feels like you have no recourse, and that's what happened. It happened to us in September, October last year. We went through this thing with this lady, and then she was like, "Oh, we don't really like that part about you having taxes and back taxes." But I said, "Well, we paid them." He said, "But we don't like to see them at all, so we're gonna cancel the loan." So that's basically 3 months of our time wasted. And they just, the committee didn't like it, so we can't give you the money. And they just wrote us a letter in the mail. I was like, cool, bet. How can I stop this from happening in the future? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do 2 loans. Matter of fact, 3 loans at the same time. So then it's like, if I don't like what you're talking about, you're dismissed. So that's exactly what we did this time, right? Came back with 3 different people, had the loans going. The guy gave us a crazy rate compared to the other bank, right? But he was like, when we asked him, I was like, hey, can you lower this rate? He was like, oh no, that's what the committees came up with, and that's how we do things. I mean, that's how the SBA. This is the federal law. This is how it's supposed to be. Man, if I wouldn't have had the other loan, I probably could have believed that. But no, I had a whole another loan on the other side. And if you worried about double appraisals, no, we just shared them all. That's where it come from. We already did it. Sorry, we anticipated it. That gave them all the same appraisal, all the same lead test, all the same roof inspections. One time. So here we are, a week and a half before, and dude was like, well, I mean, you're going to have to, it basically would have cost us extra $100,000 to use the first dude. He was like, well, that's the best we can do. What do you want to do? Dismiss, man. We done. He said, you want to give all this up? Give what up? Bye, buddy. Yeah. Felt different. That's me being curious about how my life is going and how things really work. I have never heard of anybody doing that. Basically, so we got the best possible deal, the lowest possible rate we could get, and we saved money on having the bank actually put the SBA fees in the loan. Because one bank didn't want to do that. That's going to cost us extra $40,000. But we had options. We had options around here. So, yeah, man, I just want to give you them stories, man, to make sure you understand about curiosity, man, and doing stuff that nobody's done before. That's what curiosity is, bro. Like having a confidence to do something that you ain't never heard nobody doing this before. That doesn't make it not real, and you can do it yourself. They might know if this video's gonna be 9 minutes, but I ain't doing no editing. Man, that's the video, bro. I hope this helped you out, and think outside the box when you're doing this life, bro. You have to get curious, my brother. I loved you, bro. That's the video.